week 4, so this has been the 4th week that I've been doing these lunchtime live streaming Facebook Lives. Been really enjoying them. I did enjoy a break over Easter, I have to say. I hope you all had a really nice Easter break as well. Restful, relaxing, lots of Zooms with friends and family. So anyway, welcome to Tuesday. So this week, all week, we're going to be talking about protein, and we're making recipes that are sort of my top protein recipes, I would say. We've got a couple of vegetarian ones. Today is actually vegan. Then we've got a couple of non-veggie ones as well. Today we're going to make chickpea falafel, which is totally gorgeous. I just told Mark that it was falafel, and he grinned from ear to ear, because obviously he's going to be eating that for lunch. Tomorrow we're going to do a really nice lunchtime sort of salmon, Thai salmon protein pot, I call it. Then it's not Wednesday, it's Thursday because we missed a day. Thursday we're going to be making a delicious duck breast with edamame and mango salad. Then on Friday we always have a treat. So this Friday we're going to make really lovely protein pancakes with almond butter and lots of lovely fresh fruit. So welcome. How is everyone feeling today? We have I think in business, on Mondays, we give ourselves a scale of 1 to how we're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. So why don't you let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 how you are feeling today? I would say I am feeling probably, well, on a personal level, I'd say definitely way up there. That's all good. On a business level, I'd say pretty solid 5. It's not brilliant, obviously. Our Go Bites are going really well online, but obviously all the shops where they're sold are more or less closed. But the cook with cakes are going really well. Anyway, let me know how you are feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. I would love to know, and I'll see whether I can help. Let's have a look. Just get the iPad going. You just got to plug it in because it's not got enough battery in it, of course. Let's see, who have we got here today? Has anyone let me know? Oh yes, let's have a look. Comments are coming in. Hello Ben, how are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? So, we're talking about protein all week. If you want to download this before you could do it now or do it before tomorrow's session, that'd be fantastic. This is the Let's Cook Power of Protein session, which is free to download on gobites.com. So if you just Google gobites.com and go to the resources section, you can download that, and it gives you lots and lots of information about protein, my top sources of protein, the falafel recipe is in it as well, and also just like the big picture, why we need protein when we do sport, all that sort of thing. So we will start with why do we need protein? I mean, protein is one of the 3 main macronutrients that we need to eat as our basic diet. So carbohydrates, protein and fat. So it's a pretty important part of our diet. Best sources of protein are meat and fish, eggs, dairy. We've got, if you're vegetarian, we've got pulses, lentils, chickpeas, nuts and seeds, that sort of thing. Oh, Jill, hello. I hope you had a lovely Easter. Thank you. We did have a lovely Easter, actually. We had a really lovely Easter. So thank you very much. How about you? Did you have a lovely Easter? Tell me on a scale of 1 to 10 how you're feeling today. I'd love to know. We are dedicating each Facebook Live to something different, you know, related to the strange times that we're living in. And today I thought we'd dedicate it to maybe feeling grateful, because I think some of us are starting to feel a little bit sorry for ourselves, a bit bored. Actually, you know, let's think of the things that we can think of. 3 things that you could be grateful for. I'm grateful that I am holed up in this place with my husband, which is good. Thank you very much, Mark. We've got a garden, that's amazing, and the sun's shining. There are 3 really nice things that we can be grateful for. So let me know what you're grateful for as well. And Gillian Pott, 9.5. I like it. That's really good. Is that always like that, or do you dip down sometimes? Anyway, I'm going to get on with the falafel. So I thought I'd choose falafel because it is a really, really good source of vegetarian protein. So if you are not into if you're a vegan, it's a great way of getting protein in your body. It's also accompanied by lots and lots of, I'm going to do it with a sort of red cabbage, red and white and carrot cabbage salad as well. So lots of vitamin C in that. And as a vegetarian, if you're eating, if you want to help the absorption of all the nutrients, particularly iron, it's great to have vitamin C with your pulses, because that will help absorb the iron in them. So let me get a spoon. We're going to start off with the chickpeas. And basically what we do is we just mix all the ingredients together, and then we're going to blend them in the blender. I'm just going to, I've got a massive chickpeas. We actually only need half a tin, so about 250, 280 grams of chickpeas. That's half a tin. Now I'm just going to drain the juice out of it. Okay, so we've got chickpeas. We're going to add some bit of that as well. I'm going to add some tahini and some lemon juice and Gillian Pott, awesome. Oh, sorry, that's Mark talking to you. Brilliant. Okay, let me know what you're grateful for. So we've got a dessert spoon of tahini there. That is lovely. Tahini is amazing stuff. It's a really good source of healthy fats and protein as well. It's basically sesame seeds pureed. Really, really, really good for you. So we've got chickpeas, tahini. I'm going to chop up a green chilli here. You can chop however you want, because it's all going to be blended in the blender, so you don't have to be too precious about the way that you chop up. There we are, which is a great thing about the blender. Have you got my big flat knife? Ha! Here it is. Thank you. I'm going to pop in a couple of garlic cloves as well. This one's a really stiff one, can't get into it. Here we are. Let's try again. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to put 2 garlic cloves in. So we're going to be quite smelly after this, if we're having it for lunch. We have, near our office, which obviously we're not in at the moment, there is the most amazing falafel shop where we quite often go to for lunch. So I'm really missing my lunchtime falafels. So I don't know how authentic this one is, but it's certainly easy to make and it tastes really, really good. I'm going to pop some lemon juice in as well. If you turn to page 5 of the Let's Cook, you've got the, no, not page 5, page 6 of the Let's Cook resources. You've got the recipe for the falafel there. So we've got juice of half a lemon is going in. Just get rid of the pips. There you go. It's been such beautiful weather here in Bristol. I hope it has with you. Today it is really, really cold, but sunny still sunny. So I'm going to put juice of half a lemon in there. What sort of exercise have you been doing? Have you been out? I've done a 10-mile run this weekend, which I'm feeling quite virtuous about. What else have I done? I've done a 10-mile run, and I've done a Zoom workout with a group of friends, led by this awesome lady called Abigail, who put us through our paces, which is quite hard work actually. My core is really feeling that in. A teaspoon of cumin. I'm just going to put a pinch of cayenne pepper in today. Don't really fancy them too hot at lunchtime. And then a little bit of, actually we're going to add the flour later, that's right. What we really need is olive oil, and I've just went to Sainsbury's this morning and did my weekly shop. Bought a nice, this was reduced to £4, really good Greek extra virgin olive oil from Crete, in fact. So I've got some nice new olive oil, which is fantastic. And I didn't have to queue. For the supermarket at all, which is amazing. Just tie the old hair back, because we don't want any hair in our falafel, do we? So, Faith, hello Faith, stunningly beautiful morning here for walking up to Pewley Down in Surrey. I'm not cold, oh nice. Sue Hurst is watching, hi Sue. So if you've just joined us, we were categorising how we're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm feeling at about 5 really, I suppose, to be honest. We've got Jill Pop who's feeling 9.5, which is pretty good. So just let us know how you're feeling. And if you're feeling a bit low, like me, try and think of things to be grateful for, because there always are. So it's actually just doing that little exercise has made me feel a lot better. So we've got chickpeas here. We're making delicious falafel. We've got chickpeas, we've got tahini, we've got herbs, we've got spices, cumin, coriander, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. We've got green chilli, and we also need some salt. So I would say a good pinch of salt, maybe a teaspoonful, and some black peppers over here, some black pepper, nice good grind of black pepper. There we go. And a little bit of olive oil, not too much. Right, so I'm going to pop this all into my food processor, which I have to say is not the most reliable thing, but let's give it a go. Spoon it all in. And we're talking about protein all week this week, and this falafel recipe is a really good source of vegetarian protein. And got chickpeas, which is a great source of protein, and tahini, so ground sesame seeds, again a good source of protein if you're vegetarian. I'm just going to whiz this up. Hopefully it won't take too long, because it will be noisy. Is the video going okay? Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Mark. Wise, so being alive and well surrounded by family and friends with a wicked sense of humour. even if it's via computers at the moment. Grateful for our garden. Yeah, I know. What would it be like if we didn't have a garden to sit in? My parents, who are 86, they live on their own, and they don't have a garden. They've just got a little balcony they can sit on, but they are really, really missing out on their on you know, having a little bit of green space, because they're going for walks, I suppose, but that's it really. So we've got some. I've left some lumps in it because I like to have a bit of crunch in the falafel. I don't like it to be too smooth. So that's the mixture. Smells really, really, really good, I have to say. We're going to just add a little bit of flour. You can use plain flour. I've actually got in my cupboard some gram flour, which is chickpea flour, which literally smells like hummus. So I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of flour to help it all stick together, and also a gram flour. If you just talking about this. This is also, you know, if you want to boost the protein in your diet, this is a good flour to use because it's pretty high protein. It's just dried chickpeas all ground down. So that's good to use. You can use it in curries, if you're making like onion bhajis, things like that. And I've got a bit of the last of baking powder. It's about a teaspoon of baking powder, and I'm just going to mix that all together. Okay. There we are. Now is the time to get your hands nice and dirty. So I'm going to, I would normally make the falafel and then leave them in the fridge for about 30 minutes, but I'm just going to cook them straight off now, so hopefully they won't fall apart, because leaving them in the fridge makes them firm up. And I'm just going to heat the frying pan to a medium heat, and I'm using, obviously I've just been to Sainsbury's, so I've stocked up on oil because I've run out. I'm using this rapeseed oil, which is actually extra virgin British cold pressed rapeseed oil, and that basically it's really high in vitamin E, and it doesn't lose its nutrients when it gets hot. So a lot of oils lose their nutrients. So olive oil, for instance, when you heat it really hot, it loses its nutrients. Rapeseed oil is really good because it can get to a really high temperature, and it keeps all its goodness, which is fantastic. I'm just going to put a little bit more flour in there just to firm them up a little bit. Adding the baking powder, or you could add bicarbonate of soda, helps them to rise a little bit as well. So make little walnut-sized balls, then pop them in the frying pan, press them down a bit, like little patties. I'm not, sometimes, I mean, in our local falafel place, they're round and they're deep fried. I mean, you can do that, but I haven't got a deep fryer. So I think this way, if you just press them down a bit, that makes them cook through a bit better. So I'm just rolling these up and just popping them into the frying pan. It is a bit dirty. It does get your hands a bit dirty if I move that. Can you see down there? Can you see them frying away here in the frying pan? Just pop them in. Move this heat. I can't get the heat right. Here we are. Move that up a bit. Hopefully that'll work out. So this mixture makes about 10 falafel, just enough for lunch. So if you've just joined us, I'm Kate Percy. I am founder of Kate Percy's Real Fast Food. Everything we do is about the right type of get up and go energy. So great taste, obviously, but all the food, all my recipes are all about creating the best type of energy that you can get, whilst also, you know, helping your immune system. Just good, healthy, but very tasty recipes. So today we're making falafel, and all week we're talking about protein. So this is a great, if you're vegan or vegetarian, or if you've got someone in your family who's vegan or vegetarian, this is a great little dish that you can make. For them. It's packed with goodness, and it's a really good source of protein, especially if you eat it. The problem with veganism and vegetarianism is sometimes hard to get enough protein in your diet, but also all the nutrients that you get from meat and eggs, like iron in particular. So if you eat these with with vitamin C, so we're going to make a little salad to go with them, and we're going to put them in a pita bread, then that helps absorb the iron that's in the chickpeas, etc. I'm just going to wash my hands quickly. They are, ooh, how's it smelling, Mark? Good? Yeah, thumbs up. Ooh, that is better. Right, so we've got these frying away. I've used about a tablespoon of rapeseed oil. I'm just going to add a little bit more. And let's see how they're doing. There we are, they're all getting nice and golden on. This is the great thing about rapeseed oil. It makes, not only does it heat up really high, to a really high temperature without losing the vitamin E, all the goodness, it makes things really nice and crispy. So for instance, if you cook salmon, for instance, in rapeseed oil, you can get really, really nice crispy skin. So let's pop these over. So how are you feeling today on a scale of 1 to 10? Have we got any other answers? We've got Bruce. Hello, Bruce. Hello, Mike. How are you, Mike? And what are you grateful for? That's what we're talking about today. Things to be grateful for. Because I know quite a few people are feeling, including me, feeling a little bit down. The thought of another 3 weeks, I think, is just kind of just sent me on a bit of a downward curve this morning when I woke up and oh no. But the one thing, which is actually, I think it's therapy for me, these Facebook Lives, I'm going to be doing definitely a Facebook Live every day all the way through the lockdown, just to help you, but also, I've got to say, to help me. Something to focus on, and I'm at my happiest in my kitchen. So if I've got to be inside, I'll either be in the garden eating or reading, or obviously I'm working as well, or in the kitchen cooking up some treats. So we all have to say we are eating really well. It's really important to keep our immune system as strong as possible during this time, and you know, get in as many of your fibre a day as you can. Can you see they're getting really nice and golden there? Now, I'm just going to make some salad. I'm going to put the falafel in some pita bread when they're done. I've got folded flatbread or pita. I think Do you know what? I think we're going to use these folded flatbreads because they look really good. So, Georgina Waters, good morning. Good morning. How are you today? How are you feeling? On a scale of 1 to 10, can you tell us how you're feeling? My mood is actually going up and up as this Facebook Live goes on, which is good for me anyway. So I hope you're enjoying it. We're talking about protein. We're talking about good sources of protein and why we need protein in our body. Let's just turn this down a bit. Let them just finish off. So protein is really important for the health of our muscles, our bones, our red blood cells. It's also important for hormone function. So it's really important that young people get enough protein. And in sport, it's really important to eat protein for the health of your muscles, basically, to help your muscles recover after. Salad, but our local falafel shop, where we go for lunch sometimes, which is obviously closed at the moment, they serve the falafel up with this delicious crunchy cabbagey salad, which is so good. So I'm going to try and replicate that, and I think I'll just get a nice bowl, pop it all in. So I've just cut some red cabbage up. Ooh, chili made it in there. I'm just going to grate some carrot. I'm going to grate, I've got some crispy lettuce as well, the gem lettuce, and I've got a green cabbage as well. So just going to make a really nice crunchy salad. Grate that up. And I'm going to serve that with the falafel. Got some green cabbage. You could grate it or cut it really finely. I think we'll cut it really finely like the red cabbage as well. So a little bit of that. Cabbage is a great thing if you're thinking of store cupboard ingredients that last a long time. Cabbage is a great one to have. It lasts for ages and ages and ages, and it's really surprisingly packed with nutrients, packed with vitamins, and it's really cheap as well. So that's all good. So we've got carrots, we've got red cabbage. You could put maybe a bit of apple in there. I've got this gem lettuce. I'm just going to slice up finely, like that. Here we go. So I'm just going to keep that really plain. I'm going to add some lemon juice. Just get a fork to pop that in. Just going to put some lemon juice and a little bit of olive oil on it. Mix that together, and that will be just nice and plain but very delicious with a really lovely crunch to it. So we'll mix that all together. You could maybe put in, if you've got some herbs left, you could add some coriander or parsley or a little bit of mint. You could add some chili if you want to, but I'm just going to keep that really nice and plain. Pop that here so that you can see the falafel. I'm just going to put what shall I put the falafel on? pop them onto the plate. They are all nice and done now. Okay. Yummy, yummy. It does smell really good. And then I would serve my falafel, move all this out of the way, in a heated pita bread. You might like some chili sauce as well. A little bit of chili sauce would definitely be good. Pile in, excuse my finger, there we go. Pile in some lettuce here. There we go. And then pop a couple of falafel on top, like so. And then you can see that like that? Then you just want some chili sauce or some, I'm just in my cupboard down here. If it's the kids, you might want to, if they're a bit dubious about it, maybe a little bit of ketchup over the top would work as well. Why not? I am just going to make a little yogurt sauce to go on, because I think that, thinking on my feet here, I think that would be really nice. I've got this Chickpea, it's called, which is a high protein yogurt from Iceland, or an Icelandic style yogurt. I don't know whether it's made in Iceland. No, it's made in Leeds. It's basically high protein and low fat, and it's actually, I've just discovered it, and I've been eating it for breakfast most days now, and I think it's really delicious. So I'm just going to make a little yogurt sauce to go on top. Just a little bit of cumin and a little bit of coriander, and I think we'll have the last squeeze of this lemon in it. Okay, mix that up, and if I hold this up, just pop a little bit of that on there, and then it's ready to bite into. If you can see that, what do you think? You fancy that? So that's a really, really good source of protein for vegetarians or the vegans in your household, it just makes a really nice lunch, and it's actually really cheap. If you haven't got the herbs, don't worry too much about it. But the herbs do kind of enhance it. But it's basically chickpeas, a little bit of flour, lemon juice, and some spices, and just make them into patties and fry them, and that's it. You could even call them burgers if you wanted, not falafel. You call them vegetarian burgers, but we're calling them falafel. I don't know how authentic they are. Let's have a look. My favourite breakfast: skyr yogurt, frozen raspberries, defrosted, and your granola. That's what I've been eating all week too, Faith. Yeah, really good. This is making me feel hungry. I love hummus with these. Yes, you could have a dollop of hummus on there as well. It would be really delicious. I really like a bit of chili sauce as well, which I will search out afterwards. Hello Toby, how are you? How are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 today? Are you enjoying the lockdown, or are you getting fed up with it? We're all thinking about things that we can be grateful for, just to make us feel a little bit better, because it's just such a strange time. It is just such a strange time. So Gillian is grateful for being alive and surrounded by family, which is fantastic. It's the news is just so upsetting at the moment. I just hope that you're all keeping as well as you can keep. And a good way of doing that is eating well, and just doing a bit of exercise every day. So we're talking protein all week. We are doing tomorrow a really nice Thai salmon dish, which is a great source of protein and one of my favourites. So please join me tomorrow. We'll talk a bit more about amino acids and stuff, I think, tomorrow as well. So live streaming every day at midday, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh, one more thing. If you want to download the resources before you join us tomorrow, you want to download this one. It's called The Power of Protein, and it's on gobites.com on the resources section. So this is free, so just go and download that, and that would help you along your way tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye.